Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I'll be playing Nienna, the Elven Sorceress.
Hello, I'm Overthinker. I will be playing Irileth, the Elven Assassin.
Hello, I am Legacy, and I'll be playing Brynnhilder, the Witcher.
Hello, I am Stabbykinz. I'll be playing Siegryn, the Dwarven Merchant.
Hello, I'm Grizz. I'll be playing Fenix, the werewolf, who's also a silversmith.
Hello, I'm Solomon, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. When we last left our intrepid professionals, they had come together after Brynnhilder had to fight one of her own kind, and made their way to the cave where the children were being held. They knew that outside of the cave there was a nest of drowners, which, thanks to quick swordplay and intense skill and very strong punches from Siegryn, the drowners were easily put down. Making their way into the cave, they had truly battled wits with the rock troll and just oh so barely won out. After which they utilized Nienna's new magic, the ability to create portals to get the children from the cave back to the body Barghest. With our silversmith, who revealed himself to be a werewolf, still in werewolf form. After that, Nienna had a quiet evening with Irileth, and Brynnhilder had a shocking revelation as to who the Griffin Witcher at the beck and call of Isildur, their opponent, is. Tonight, we go back to focus on Irileth.
Irileth is sitting in his bedroom. His pants are on. Nienna is still asleep in the bed, sitting in front of the fire, writing. Singing gently to himself. You feel my dream come the morning. Your taste is chocolate. The letter reads, I have long thought of you. I don't think I can be here for you. I have no idea what to do. I once tried to comfort a dying comrade on the field, and he asked me to end his suffering. I wish we'd met under better circumstances. But life gives what it gives, and sometimes we must move forward. I wish you'd come to me at another time when the heat of battle wasn't holding you. Fuck, why now? I wish you knew how much I cared for you, and how much I wanted this. Perhaps there is a way, but the tactician in my mind is firm. The risk is great, and the chance of success is little. I want something more than what I've had, but I look at your lover and see the pain it can cause. I look at the suffering wrought in the sudden absence of love. I see you, mighty and wise, brought low. I fear it. I have feared neither man nor beast in all my days. But this, the breaking of my heart, I fear. I cannot be the rock upon which you rest, nor the shelter under which you hide. I am forever a blade. I can't help good people, if such a thing exists, only hurt the bad ones. I hope you know this is the right thing. He stops. Fuck. He pulls the sheet and tosses it into the fire.
Nienna, you begin to stir from your slumber.
Irileth?
Hey. Are you feeling better?
I am. What are you doing?
Nothing. You want some water? Here. Pours a glass of water.
She'll take it. You sure you're alright?
Yeah, fine. You know, a little tired from the fight, but
Hey, Nienna,
Yes?
could you please give me a human perception roll, and Irileth, please give me a deception roll.
Sure. $23.
Yeah, Nienna can tell that Irileth is not fine. Tired from the fight is likely, though that's not all there is. She can't exactly tell what's going on in his head, but there's more than just the exhaustion from the fight and the running through a portal and so on and so forth.
Are you sure you're alright? I know. I didn't have any. I wasn't talking in my sleep, was I?
Maybe a little.
I'm sorry if I said something to upset you.
Don't worry about it. We're good.
And yet you're clearly not okay.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to take care of. And I'm glad I could. I like you. And I didn't expect this. And I'm glad I could. Sits down on the side of the bed. Thank you.
Why are you thanking me? You're the one whose a shirt got ruined from me crying all over it.
Yeah, my only shirt. You owe me for that. I'm gonna need a whole new one.
I promise I'll make it up to you somehow.
Okay. Well, I'll hold you to it.
You never did say why you were thanking me.
All of it, I was bored as hell before you came along, and now I think
Now
thank you
you're
for,
running around risking your life against drowners and witches. And
Yeah, it's exciting. It's fun, I missed it.
Mm.
Out of character, this is also kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, with the roll that she made being so high, she was able to tell, though not tell full on like what the issue fully is.
Thank you for trusting me, I guess.
Thank you for being willing to be here for me. Tell me what's going on. I could tell you're lying to me, hiding something, and given everything that has happened, I think you can understand why that would make me uncomfortable.
Fine, you got me. I always thought you were special. I'm just surprised, right? I'm surprised I was surprised last night. I'm a little embarrassed. And we should like check on the others too, though.
Wait, you were embarrassed that I asked you to stay and keep me company?
I'm embarrassed about how I responded.
That was not your finest moment.
Yeah.
She's smiling just a little bit, though.
Yeah. He gets up.
I've seen you in some interesting moments and moods. I can't say that I've ever seen you put your foot in your mouth quite so firmly before.
No one has. I'm not that flexible.
Apparently you are when you want to be. Or perhaps when you don't want to be. Does that make you uncomfortable?
I'm gonna go get a drink, okay? You want a drink?
I want you to answer my question.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you do. But, we'll come back to that. We gotta get these kids moving.
Yes, we do. And we will. After you answer my question.
What was the question?
Do I make you uncomfortable?
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Well then, I'm going to make it slightly worse.
He is
and
tense.
she is going to lean over and just press like the most chaste kiss to his lips and then get up and leave the bed.
He grabs her arm and kisses her back.
After a moment, she'll kind of pull back and give him a little shy, kind of awkward smile.
He is grinning like an absolute fool.
Clearly not that uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Let's go get the others.
Yeah.
I have an idea of where we can take the kids until this is over, so.
Uh-huh.
When you both leave Irileth's room, you see that the others are already awake and already down in the main area of the body bar guest. Fenix, thankfully, is no longer nude. He is currently wearing what looks to be leftovers from the times when the body bar guest had male entertainers. They are very short on him given his impressive stature.
Hold the phone.
You have
This is while this is completely accurate, he didn't just go downstairs bug-ass naked.
No, he didn't, but, clothes were brought to you, and that's what they had.
I mean, if we want to retcon so that happened, I'm okay with it, considering where we are, but no.
I assume that he probably went into a different room in wolf form, so that way he wasn't terrifying everyone.
Yeah, but no, it's
Phoenix. Phoenix, if you were tight on money, you could have let me know. It didn't have to come to this.
Well, my V-neck is low enough at this point where I'm just inviting opportunities to myself. I do look really good in this. Still a tight back here, though.
I will point out that Brynnhilder's got just like a bunch of like wildflowers just in her hand, and she's like nervously tapping the table that they're sitting at.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you some honest truth, and I want you to try to hear me. Calm down. You've got this. And I'm very proud of you.
Side note, Siegryn would not have actually come down quite yet. She is currently absent from the table.
Ooh.
In the meantime, I need another meal. That was absolutely exhausting, and I need to eat as much as I can. Can I have another platter, please?
Lisa is quick to bring you another platter of the breakfast that they have, though she kind of avoids looking at you full on. She kind of just drops the platter, turns, and quickly begins to move away.
Yeah, I've still got it.
And I also don't know what you mean by that I've got this. Obviously, these are not for anybody in particular. No,
of course not. Never.
never. No.
Like, you know what? The thought never crossed my mind. So the fact that you're bringing it up just makes me question. Like, do you have other intentions for those flowers? I thought they were for the children. Yes.
Yeah. They are here to give me energy. And she's gonna take one of the flowers and just shove them in her mouth.
Yes, he wants a mead to wash that down. It looks a little rough there. Yes? Maybe another flower. Oh, no, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Eat another one. Come on now. Come on. Oh, here, have some breakfast sausage with it. Perfect. He starts, like, reaching up to shove it in your mouth.
I have to ask, how crunchy are those flowers?
You don't pay me enough for this, Fenix. You do not get to shove things in my mouth.
Not yet, darling. Eat your sausage. All right. Just stop. All right? You know what I mean. And I'm extremely happy for you.
Irileth, I think, hits the table, still pulling on his shirt, no shoes. It's like, drink. Look.
Yep.
Okay,
Lisa just immediately had brought out a whole bunch of mead and ale and just various options for the table.
I need to talk to you guys.
Sure. Oh, I hope you don't mind me borrowing your clothes.
Do you work here now?
No, but
you should.
If I wasn't a blacksmith. Listen, I'm considering it.
Silversmithing is a day job, but I need you guys' advice.
Sure.
And maybe Sig when she shows up. You ever had a girlfriend?
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, you are two people who are mutually attracted, have similar activities that you engage in.
Okay,
that's about
but
it.
Irileth,
what do you do?
Irileth, just because you pay for their love for one evening does not make them your girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying. I've been doing that for almost 100 years, and now I'm into something new, and I'm so lost.
Oh, you poor child. Sit down, please. Please sit. And drink that. Drink. Here's another one.
Oh, hang on, man. I gotta do something today. Drink. So that's the last one. Drink. Clunk.
Okay, now, don't attack me, but I'm gonna do something you need. Ready for it? He slaps him. Do you still feel the same way?
What the? Yes.
Then it's real. Congratulations.
What the?
You
Fuck
finally.
What?
Oh my goodness! I'm so happy I get to be here for this. Oh, you know what? I'll consider this my payment. I feel much better about everything.
Great.
He leans back and he just has like a nice wide view of the Witcher with flowers and the man who clearly caught feelings and just goes, "Wow,
that's your help."
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I was helping myself, not you.
Brynnhilder, any...
Oh.
Why do you have flowers?
They make for a good source of fiber. And she grabs another flower and shoves it in her mouth. Just chews it while not breaking eye contact.
I think Fenix is cry laughing at this point. I'm pretty sure he's the only one who's got on to what's going on right now.
I mean, that's... Okay.
No, it's good fiber. It's a really herbal medicinal. And you.
Okay, but fiber aside, can you help me?
I did. Do you feel better?
No.
Oh, well, that's all I have for you.
I should actually get some flowers. Are you going to eat all of those?
There is a lovely flower shop about 5 shops down the road. You probably never seen it because it's, romantic and intimate, and you'd never want to do any of those things.
One of the guys who worked there came in here all the time. I had to shake him down.
Bring extra coin, because after shaking him down, he won't give you a fair price. Now go. Get going.
I know how I shake people down.
Go. Flowers, now. This is me helping, actually, this time.
My trust in you has reduced slightly, but gets up, grabs coin purse, grabs a sausage off of Phoenix's plate. All right. And takes off.
The moment that he's out of eye shot, she just spits the flower out into like a mug.
Oh, I'm sure it's delicious. What do you mean? What are you doing? Have some gravy with it.
You do realize that the next flower shop isn't until the next town, right?
Oh, I'm fully aware. But in the meantime, that should give you plenty of breathing room, as it were. Now, I feel like we have a mage friend who's feeling under the weather that could use a good pick-me-up, yes? Maybe some color and some breakfast. Can we have a small platter of breakfast, please?
Yeah. Breakfast. One breakfast. She just turns to Fenix and gets really close. You don't tell anybody that I showed emotion in front of you, or it'll be the end of you.
He gives Brynnhilder a long look, a quick side hug. You know you're my sister, right? Now get going.
Thank you. She'll
Absolutely.
grab the breakfast plate and make her way upstairs to go and speak with Nienna.
Fenix is gonna put his feet up on the table, grab another sausage, and take a big rip at it and be like, I am the worst. And just start chewing on it.
And now we are going to move to the room with Nienna and Brynnhilder.
Yeah, Nienna is attempting to salvage her shirt because it had a lot of blood soaking into it yesterday. Is probably in a shirt that she, the not Irileth's only shirt, is probably borrowing one of Irileth's more modest shirts for the moment so that she can try and wash hers.
So
There's
the
not a lot
V-neck
of
only
honesty.
goes down to the belly button. Got it.
Correct. And she's got one of those like washing bowls and like washing basins and is like desperately trying to scrub the blood out of it, and clearly has no idea what she's doing.
There is 2 very solid knocks at her door.
Get up and go answer the door.
Hi.
Hello. Come in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to salvage my tunic.
Yeah, we could probably get it washed in the creek. I know how to remove blood stains out of clothes. Not that I've ever needed to remove blood stains out of clothes before, but kind of comes with the territory what I do for work. I brought you breakfast.
Oh, thank you. Here, and I'll sort of like toss my shirt into like into the basin, and then kind of move over to I guess pull out a table, or pull out a chair at the little like side table. You can set it down here, I suppose.
Yeah. And she, in her other, she puts the plate down. Her other hand's kind of like violently shaking with the flowers, and one of them looks like it was bitten off. But she hands Nienna the flowers. These are for you. These are for you too.
Can I make a human perception roll to see if I pick up what's happening here?
Yes.
Or if this is just, or if I think that this is just her being nice.
Absolutely, you can roll human perception, and if Brynnhilder wants, Brynnhilder can roll deception.
I think I know. That's a 28.
I don't know.
I rolled a 10 and it exploded.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for?
Wow. 28 to your 10, huh?
I believe that Nienna is fully aware what's happening right now.
Nienna's eyebrows go up a little bit, and then her eyes widen. And you get the feeling that this has never happened to her before. I mean, yeah, no, that's probably about how it would seem from the outside. And she'll kind of take the flowers for a moment. Thank you. They're lovely.
There were more.
Yes, it looks like. Did Renda get a hold of these?
Yes. Render got his head into the flowers. Good source of fiber.
You all should really be careful. There are plants that are poisonous to wolves and dogs.
Yeah. Don't worry. I pulled it out of his mouth. That doesn't. Listen. You took a big hit, so we could get out of that fairly easily. I just wanted to show you that I appreciate you and everything that you have done, especially over the last couple of years that we've known each other. Yeah, I wanted you to know that I know that things are rough, but you are appreciated and deserve to be appreciated. So I went into town and yeah.
and bought me flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're lovely. Even if you let the wolf eat some of them.
Yeah, that was the wolf. Hungry guy.
Mm-hmm.
If Irileth comes to you and says that he saw me eating flowers, he totally didn't. Totally was not nervous when he started asking me questions I didn't know the answers to.
See. Well, they're lovely, and I thank you. And I don't think that we have all been quite appreciative enough of you in all of this.
I don't appreciate I appreciate the let me try this again. I'm really good at hitting things with a sword, but when I talked, no, I can get a little bit no, not in my right. Okay. I know that you are going through a lot right now, and I might not be the best at peopling, and human contact might make me nervous and tense up. But I am paid to hit things with swords and take the monsters, be they man or beast. You risked your skin on more than one occasion. And you deserve to know that for everything that you've done, you are really a hero. If to nobody else, then to children and to me.
Oh. She looks a little choked up. Thank you. This means a lot. And as if this entire situation with what's going on wasn't already confusing. Wow.
I am sorry if I've made things complicated.
No, it's not you. Things are complicated. They already were. And I am struggling to figure out my new place in things. And how I how I feel about all of it. These are beautiful, and you are incredibly sweet, and oh God.
If it means anything, I also entirely understand that, given my and then she looks down to her chest, not me, not being a guy, I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
No. Oh God, please don't. That's not what I meant. I It's has nothing to do with your gender or your orientation. I have never particularly had I mean, most of my experience has admittedly been with men, but it's not because of a lack of liking women. It's just been a lack of opportunity.
If it means anything, I don't particularly ever. I mean, I work here, so once in a while, if the girls are wanting the experience of having somebody big and strong to protect them, but not necessarily wanting the male gaze, they typically would ask me to help. But I'm putting a foot so far in my mouth right now. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. But you know, if maybe after all of this is said and done, if you wanted to, you can shut me up whenever you would like. I completely understand.
Nienna is gonna reach over to the plate and grab like a little like piece of bread and reach up and just pop it in Brynnhilder's mouth.
Okay. And she'll just start chewing on it.
When I said that this was odd, it was more that I assumed that I was going to be on my own for a while, considering everything that's been going on. And then I woke up, and we'll say that this is not the first expression of interest I've heard this morning, and I don't entirely know what to make of getting two in one day.
Is that why he wanted to? That actually does not surprise me in the slightest.
Well, it surprises me. You're the only one to ever notice me before, not like really notice me, and I well, this is the most awkward part is that I sort of had feelings for both of you and just assumed that neither of you saw me that way, so I was never gonna say anything. And now I don't know what to do with myself.
And with that revelation,
she chokes on the piece of bread.
And with that choking, Irileth, you come bursting through the door to the body bar guest after having been bamboozled.
God. Oh my god.
Fenix!
Oh. Hey, how you doing, my guy?
Motherfucker. You absolute asshole.
Yes, but don't keep coming.
You do not have a job here.
No, I don't. In fact, I own an establishment somewhere else, so fuck you. Oh, hey.
You had your fun.
I did. By the way, no, I'm just stalling you. How you doing? Oh. Sausage.
Where'd Brynnhilder go?
You know, I don't know. Could be anywhere.
Bullshit.
It is, yes. But I will admit that given everything that's occurred between the two of us in the past maybe 5 minutes, as I said 10 seconds ago, I'm stalling you.
I am gonna beat your ass when I get back.
Oh, you're gonna try, big boy. 100 years of wisdom and you're asking me how to date someone. My goodness.
You are a bad bro. And
I am
my room.
I'm an excellent bro, just to one of you at the moment. I need pants. He's gonna get up and look for pants. Actually, he's actually gonna head home.
Lisa, do not give him pants.
Yeah, he's gonna head home and get a change clothes.
Fair enough. Fenix, you dip on out of there. Irileth, you go up the stairs to your room and find Brynnhilder and Nienna.
All right, I'd like to make a quick
go
perception check to see what the mood is here.
Let's go with a human perception check, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Am I gonna have to make another certified classic deception check?
If you want to hide what you're trying to think. I'll actually give you a slight bonus because you're not very expressive to begin with.
Oh, thank you. Thank
So
you for
I'll give you a
taking
plus
pity
2.
on me. Oh. Don't worry.
I might use luck
I might
on that.
need it. Yeah, don't even bother. It's
Never
okay.
mind.
I am going to choose to fail because Nienna doesn't know he's there, so doesn't know that she needs to. Yeah, she wouldn't be hiding anything.
The tone is awkward.
But awkward with a hint of maybe this could happen.
It's for Nienna's part, it's shock and awkward. It's I don't know what to do with myself kind of awkward.
For
Awkward with
Brynnhilder, it's all just discomfort. She is very uncomfortable right now.
Awkward with a hint of something could happen.
Hey guys.
Irileth. Hi.
Hey. Brynnhilder.
She's gonna
I think
take.
maybe I should leave you two to have a moment.
Are you... I mean, throw on a cloak, for sure. Never mind, no one's gonna care in here.
Oh, actually, no, that's a good point. And she'll kind of like look around for a moment and like find one of his cloaks and put it
Wardrobe on the
and-
left. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll go up in the wardrobe, grab a cloak, put it on. It is way too long for her. It's like dragging the floor.
Very much is.
I'll leave you two to it. I'm gonna go find Siegryn. And she'll hurry out of the room.
So,
Fuck was that?
she didn't come down for breakfast, and Brynnhilder just gestures to the plate. I brought some up to her. Figured she still needed her rest.
Right. And the flowers for fiber. Was that breakfast too?
It's just gonna take another flower and just start chewing.
I knocked
on
it out of her hand.
Listen, she's been through a lot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And her and I've been working together for a little bit, and we were good friends. So
You and Fenix planned this.
I don't know
Disney.
what Fenix is doing.
All right.
With the human perception check, you know that that is completely and utterly true.
Fenix is like an agent of chaos. He could be on your side 1 minute and then decide that something is just too funny to pass up and will switch sides.
I think I liked
Just
him
a
better before. Hey.
I want to be completely upfront with you.
All right.
I just want what's best for her. And if that's you, then I'll leave her alone, but she's got to be the one to tell me.
Weren't we just saying she's been through a lot? You know what? Sure. Fine.
That's why it's her choice. We don't get to make that decision for her. I'm here for her as a friend first, and I suggest that you do the same.
Let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Irileth walks away. Back down into the dining room.
And we are going to shift focus to Siegryn. Siegryn,
Excellent.
where are you and what you doing?
Well, let me go ahead and paint this scene. So as Nienna is getting closer and closer to the door, there's just somebody, please help. Just coming from the room where she was last left. But she opened the door.
I will open the door. When I hear the voice on the other side, I won't even bother knocking. Siegryn?
Imagine, if you will, she's obviously in the room. There's kind of a violin sting and a gross up of Sigryn's face, plastered in just this horrible, macabre mixture of like wax and oil makeup that has been just slathered on her face. She is backed up against Render, just kind of on her back, in a kind of a cuddle puddle with most of the children, with like one hand sticking out in a book, just kind of like barely holding on to one corner of it. Her stomach rolls are kind of out, and she is just actively sweating. There was an obvious attempt at some point during the night to try and like cool herself off, and it just did not work out for her. And there are like just these massive bags underneath her eyes. And as Nienna comes in, she just looks gleefully towards her.
Oh. Nienna is looking at Siegryn and clearly desperately trying not to smile.
Are you a mirage?
No, darling, I'm not.
Oh, that's very good.
You need me to dig you out of the pile of children.
Yes, please, darling, that would be absolutely wonderful right about now. I need at least 10 showers and a very pretty lady, but honestly, at this rate, I will settle for breakfast.
All right, I'll make you a deal. I'm going to get you out of there. I'm going to show you a trick to get all that makeup off. And you're going to listen to me and tell me what to do about a situation.
she like there's kind of this transition from just like the exhaustion horde, like like brows raise as her interest and tiredness just vanish.
So Nienna is going to start very carefully and very quietly, one by one, scooping up the kids, moving them over onto the bed, slowly like freeing Siegryn from the pile of children.
You all notice that the sailor is not there. Siegryn knows that he basically took a moment where she was distracted playing a game with the kids to slip out to get away from the chaos.
Of course.
Of course he did.
Coward bastard. As she is freed, she almost trips over her half-worn pants, her other leg out, and just like covered in sweat. She barely manages to like kind of jump and get it back on. She is a mess. You have never seen her this disheveled.
Nienna's still trying desperately to look like she's not as amused as she is. But she will kind of guide Siegryn out of the room, away from the children.
You can
shut the door behind her.
You can laugh, darling. Honestly, this is as funny as it is.
It was
exhausting.
Quite adorable, really.
They are very cute and very sweet, and this is honestly a little nostalgic, but wow. Children are exhausting.
I'm gonna like find a room that's empty, because it's morning and most of them should be empty.
Yep.
And kind of take her over, and I'm gonna like pluck through the like bath oils and whatever that are up on one of the shelves, and mix up a weird concoction in like the like wash basin.
She just kind of sits in the middle of all of that, just kind of asymmetrically blinking as the exhaustion soaks back into her brain.
And I need advice.
Perks right back up. Oh, yes?
I find myself in a bit of a predicament this morning.
Do tell.
Well, I have found out some things about two of our companions that I didn't know before.
Go on.
Irileth was incredibly kind last night. He sat with me while I made a complete fool of myself and cried all over him and ruined one of his shirts and everything out that I've been holding in the last few days.
Perfectly natural. Oh, wait, you two didn't... Oh, okay.
No. I understand what that is. I'm not...
Sorry, go on. I'm eating all this up.
And this morning he was cute and awkward and flustered and...
You kissed him.
And he kissed me back.
Ooh, hell.
And it was lovely. And I thought, well, perhaps this isn't all a wash and my life isn't completely falling apart, it seems. I have good friends, and I have a man who seems to enjoy my company, and I don't think is responsible for mass murder, so that's an improvement over where things were yesterday.
Sometimes that's the best thing that anybody can hope for, honestly.
And then he left and left me to get ready for the day. And while I was attempting to get the blood out of my shirt from yesterday, Brynnhilder came in.
No.
With breakfast and flowers. And as it turns out, also likes me. And here's the thing. I sort of was interested in both of them, but I just assumed that they saw me as a colleague and nothing else. And so I kept everything very professional, and I never made any moves, and I never said anything, and I was never going to, and now I don't know what to do.
How?
And to make matters worse, that happened while Irileth wasn't here, and then he came back while she was still in the room with me, and he seemed angry, and I'm not sure if it was my fault.
How dare you have a better morning than me?
To be honest with you, with the way that this has gone, I think I might have preferred to be where you were.
Oh, trust me, buried underneath all that heat and sweat and God knows how much layers of mascara they managed to slather onto my face. Believe me, I think I would rather be dealing with all the tea that you've been managing to spill around here. My goodness, you've been doing some work.
Darling, I am an elf and a mage. We don't sweat. So gotta give a little smile. At least we have spells to make sure that nobody notices.
Well, I'm sure. Well, that is a shame.
It's not like I can go and get my shirt back because they're in there, and she'll kind of like look down at herself and then like open the cloak to show the like V-neck that's all the way down to her belly. But I can't leave here wearing this now, can I? And then she'll close the cloak again.
Technically you could. I've done worse with less.
I can't be seen like this in public. I have a station and a reputation to maintain, and it is bad enough that I am being seen going in and out of a brothel for the last several days. Not that this isn't a lovely place, it is, but someone of my stature should not be here as often as I have been.
Oh no, they might talk. Sorry, darling.
I'm glad to know that I'm amusing you.
Oh, very. I am eating all this up. And also lamenting the fact that you've apparently managed to get the fancy of the tall one. That is a shame, honestly.
I don't know what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, let's get down to the meat and bones of it. Do you favor either one in particular, or do you like them both?
I like them both, I suppose. I never really considered any of this an option. I haven't had a lot of time to put any thought into it.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you like both of them, you like both of them. That seems pretty clear-cut to me.
Yes, but what do I do about it?
Well, kiss them both, obviously. What are you even doing here?
But he seemed angry that we were just in the same room.
I mean, honestly, he seems a little moody just about all the time. Are you sure that's just not how he is?
I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. He's always been very professional with me until now, and I'm very, earlier it was just cute. Now it's confusing.
Well, normally this would be the part where I would start upselling some of my finest brandy, but honestly, I think the three of you could do with some healthy, open talking about your feelings between each and every one of you. And with me there to mediate and also absolutely drink in all the tea that is being spilled.
I don't know what to do. I don't. All right. Well, thank you for not giving me any sort of answer except,
I did, darling. I know it's confusing, but really, when it comes down to it, you just got to be honest about what you want. And if you want both,
I don't know what I want. Until a few days ago, I thought my life was set. I thought I'd already found the man that I was supposed to be with. And that no one around me here was interested, and I accepted that. Because I don't know. I don't know what I want.
well, if you don't know, that is perfectly normal. And honestly, my advice would just be to take your time and think about it. There is no need to rush into any heavy decisions or anything like that.
He makes me feel heard. And she makes me feel safe. And those are both things that I need right now, but it wouldn't be fair to ask for both.
And why do you think that?
Because I'm sure they're both looking for an answer on who... I doubt that either one of them is interested in sharing their partner. So...
Have you considered that they might like each other in the same way that they like you?
I don't think that Brynnhilder swings that way.
Maybe, maybe not. But therein lies the issue. Communication.
It really should be a four-letter word. All right, let's go get the others. We do actually have things to accomplish today. And I need to go rescue my shirt.
No, I was enjoying being spoiled for a change, though.
Well, you look much better. And Nienna will, reach into a pocket and pull out her hand mirror and hold it up.
Oh.
And your face is completely clean, and she has actually touched up the circles with, proper, full-on makeup.
Oh, by the gods, my looks will live yet. Well, I suppose you're right. Let's go on and get out there, then.
Yes. You can leave. Would you mind leaving Renda with the kids while we make a plan?
Oh, absolutely. Besides, I could do with a break at this rate.
You need coffee.
Oh, I so need coffee. Anywho, I'll leave you to it, darling.
Yes. I guess Nienna's gonna head back to Irileth's bedroom awkwardly.
And out of the bedroom comes Irileth, possibly followed by Brynnhilder.
Oh. Hello.
Hey. Is Sig okay?
She is. She was buried under a pile of sleeping children. Covered in cheap oil makeup. I cleaned her up and sent her downstairs to get some coffee.
That's nothing. You would not believe the messes she gets into sometimes. Sometimes with my help. Covered in makeup and buried under kids. That's like maybe top 10.
It was incredibly sweet. Can I talk to the both of you for a moment? Together, please.
We it's just like mission related, right? About the kids, and we should.
No, this is about the conversations that we have had this morning, because if we're going to focus on that, we need to talk about this.
I disagree. I think we can focus on protecting a bunch of kids from kidnapping, and then whatever.
Listen, I'm not going to be able to focus, and magic is incredibly powerful and incredibly dangerous, and I don't want to blow myself or anyone up because I am too tied up in knots over this morning. So, you two are going to come in here. I'm going to talk. You don't have to say anything, at least at first, and we'll just get this out of the way.
Okay.
And Nienna will lead them back into the bedroom. Does Irileth follow?
They are both fully in the bedroom before he moves from the spot where they were talking.
And at this point, Siegryn watches them all go back into the bedroom, and Fenix arrives, reclothed, and arms full of what look to be various wooden and some partially metallic toys.
Oh, good. Good morning, then.
Ah, you're up. My goodness.
Barely.
I'm sorry I had to leave you like that.
I'm starting to think that you actually didn't.
Well, as much as I appreciate them calling me doggy and scratching behind my ears, my nature to almost kill something by accident was a little strong, and I didn't want to be like that around children. And there's nothing more insulting to a werewolf than being called a dog. So yes, I did leave you, and I apologize, but you seem to have handled it very well. For all things considered, Can Siegryn have a cup of coffee, please?
She is staring so hard at him right now, just boring holes into the back of his head.
There's like a full-on little pot, like iron pot that has been used to boil up the coffee that is being poured into a full-on ale flagon for Siegryn.
Is the pot within grabbing distance?
Yeah.
She is going to gently, her hand touches the wrist at first and then just goes to the pot and she grips it and begins to tug it towards herself. This is mine now. Please set it down. I will pay for it. Thank you.
Very well. And Lisa will just go back to cleaning up the place, and we'll actually get out a large sign that says closed due to family issues, and then put that in one of the front windows and lock the Body Bargas door.
She is just going to tip that thing over and quick pour until it spills a little over her flagon. How hot is it right now, actually?
It is very hot to the point where where you might have to wait for a second for it to cool down or blow on it a little bit, but there's also milk to pour into it that might help a little bit.
Yeah, she'll just take some milk, splash it on top, not even caring about the spills, before she just like gulps down like the first quarter of the flagon. Sweet ambrosia. So yes, you missed out on the initial fun part where I was buried under a mountain of children and makeup.
I don't know, he's a pretty open book. You can see the resistant smile. That does sound like a terrible time.
Did you have anything to do with the tea being thrown around this morning?
Sorry? Well, Siegryn, I'll give it to you like this. Then you'll sit down for a brief moment, putting down the toys. There's no universe where if I saw the opportunity to have this instance of 3 people bouncing off each other like this, that I wouldn't make it happen as much as I can. It needed to happen. It was brewing. We kind of saw it, but then it was acted upon, and then I came downstairs. Brynnhilder had flowers, and I was like, this is too good. And then Irileth came down, clearly distressed because he clearly has feelings. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to play with people's feelings, so instead I'm just going to direct the feelings directly at the person responsible for creating those feelings. So we're going to get this all out in the open so they can handle it right now. I may have done it in a completely asshole-ish way, but that was my goal.
You absolute bastard. You were having a way better morning than I am.
Oh, it was gorgeous. You should have seen the way I played with Irileth, being like, oh, I'm stalling you. And then he didn't know what to do other than punch me in the face, which he should have done, honestly, and then gone. But he just let me keep doing it. I think he was just in shock that I would.
Well, honestly, I'd say this morning is a bit more dour on my end. One, for having woken up in the circumstances that I did, and 2, knowing that the tall one has eyes for another.
Well, this might cheer you up. And he, so it may not be what you're used to, and I had someone training me for quite some time, but he left quite a while ago, so it's not going to be as good as he would make. But it's going to be, he's going to pull out in a sheath. It's going to, it's clearly a short sword, and just hand it to Siegryn. I gave you knuckles because you said you like using your fists, but there's also a little too close for comfort where you were fighting those drowners, and I felt terrible about that.
But okay, like with the guts, yes, that was absolutely revolting and disgusting, and I've never puked so many times in quick succession in my life.
Yes, but this is for my own, make me feel better. So you can get them out a little farther away. I'm not sure we're going to be fighting next. Put it in your other hand. I don't care what you do. I just want you to be safe. And Renda, where is Renda?
Oh, Render's with the kids at the moment. He's being the backup babysitter while I finally get to take a break from the little ones after a certain someone and a second certain someone decided that they didn't want to be in the same room. Not that I'm bitter or anything. She just stirs the flagon with a little spoon.
I'm not sure why you think the werewolf would be the best choice to watch the children, but I digress.
Oh, I don't. I'm just being bitter.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll give it to you. But here's that. I have toys for the children to keep them distracted while we figure something out. And, well done. Truly. I was impressed. I'm not sure if anyone else said anything about it, but you handled those drowners with relative courage, considering the situation. So,
I'm not sure courage is the right word. Maybe fortitude. Actually, maybe not fortitude. No, I was puking out too much.
Definitely.
Well, either way, we got it done, and I thank you for the compliment. It was quite exciting. I wish it was a bit less. They were just like rotten watermelons. It's very disgusting.
Yes, I remember the taste. But yes, I'm going to give these to the kids. Rest up. Do you need any medical assistance? Do you need like a massage or anything to loosen up? Are you okay?
She tilts her head a little at him, kind of squints her eyes a little. Maybe.
No ulterior motive. I truly want to help. Also, I know you're not your type, so you're not my type, and I wasn't going to do that in the first place. And I know you're not your type, so that wasn't going to happen in the first place.
Okay, well, fair enough. Okay. I think that clears that up.
Absolutely. I just think you're a wonderful person, and that's all I have to say.
And you know what? You are quite spectacular. Honestly, I wish I had known you were a werewolf way sooner.
And we're going to stop talking about the fact that I'm a werewolf in public company. I'm talking under my breath.
Oh, right. Sorry, the coffee's still kicking in.
Lisa just walks past and says, oh, yeah, everyone else here knows. It's just me and Mama K at the moment, so you're good.
Did Mama K know to begin with?
Yes.
I swear that fucking old man just fucks anyone he wants and spouts his mouth out, doesn't he?
Oh, he didn't get to fuck that night. He was just very, very drunk.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go visit the kids.
I'll keep an eye on things down here then. Let me know how things are going up there when you get back down.
Maybe? Wait, you left the three of them alone?
Well, yes, obviously. Actually, you want? I'm gonna go right. I need to go spy real quick.
No,
I'll just go up with you.
No, stay.
I need.
Stay.
My night was awful.
Stay.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I will stay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I'm trusting you to stay put.
She just slowly raises the flagon up to her lips, purses them ever so mischievously, and sips.
Actually, he'll whistle for Render.
What are you doing?
Who immediately comes right on down with the wolf call from another wolf.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. How are you, cousin? And I got scratching by the ears. Can you make sure your mother doesn't move?
No, that is my wolf. How
he jumps up onto Siegryn's lap and just kind of like pins her under fluff.
That's my cousin. Good, yeah, appreciate that. Good boy. All right.
Get off me, boy.
He's too busy wagging his tail and looking at Sigryn's face.
And Fenix will go up to the kids. Yeah, and that'll be the scene, I guess.
Would you like to go ahead and give me an awareness test if you're going to listen in at the door?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
He won't listen in at the door. That's not his business.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and
he just creates chaos and then walks the fuck away.
That's exactly what he does. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
So, all right. Listen, I didn't plan for any of this. I didn't know about... And Nienna is like pacing, and this is like at least the 10th time she has started to try to talk and gotten like 5-6 words out and then stopped and gone back to pacing.
Irileth is leaning on one of the corners of his 4-post bed with a glass in his hand, just observing.
And Brynnhilder's just sitting in one of the chairs with her legs crossed.
I didn't know how either of you felt until this morning. Just so we're clear.
Really?
Really, I didn't.
So me asking if you were okay like 3 times. Different kind.
I assumed you were being thoughtful.
Yeah, it's not something I do with everybody.
To be completely fair, until the last few days, we've had a strictly professional relationship, and I haven't really had a chance to see you with people who weren't.
Yeah. All right.
Had no basis for comparison, and I assumed neither of you would ever be interested, so I sort of put the whole thought out of my mind. And then my world fell apart. And I found out that everything I knew about the most important person in my life was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hurt either of you. And here's the reality. You, and she will look at Irileth, make me feel heard. And last night, you made me feel special in a way that I didn't realize I don't think I ever have.
He smiles.
And you, she'll look over at Brynnhilder, make me feel safe. And I rely on you more than I probably should, and have for a while, because you are the closest friend I think I've ever had. And I care a lot about the both of you. And I wasn't expecting this. And now I'm confused and terrified that no matter what I do, I'm going to lose one of you. Or both of you. At a time when I can't handle losing anyone else. I'm sorry.
You're okay, you know. It's important.
Sorry, you're really quiet.
Sorry. It's okay, you know. If she starts to like cry, Irileth is going to go over and comfort her.
She definitely looks like she is trying desperately not to break down.
Hey, Nienna, could you please give me a willpower save? So just clicking on your willpower.
Oh God. Okay. Why?
Since I'm trying to hold her, can I help? Or is that a hindrance in this case?
Is it? Oh, go ahead.
It would just be will.
Just will?
Yep.
10?
That was actually a roll of 7. You're okay for the time being. You're on the verge, but you're not you're not immediately going to break down. Now, of course, if things get possibly more intense, that could change, but we'll see.
So, I don't know how to do any of this. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. He's just gonna hold her until she's feeling better, I guess.
We're gonna be here a while if that's the goal.
Yeah, better, man.
She'll get to the point where it's clear that she's not on the verge of a complete meltdown again. I don't know what to do.
I'm still listening, but I'm gonna get ready if that's all right.
Of course.
Cool. Irileth is going to change into probably a nicer shirt and his armor jacket. He's also going to drop his pants for a minute, respectfully out of eye line, so that he can strap the knife on that he wears on like his upper thigh, and then big leather boots, also with knives.
Alrighty.
So, I've never been in a position like this, and I told Brynnhilder when she came in that I have had feelings for both of you, and just assumed that they were never going to be reciprocated, and that I needed to keep things professional, and that's what I did. And in the last hour, that's been completely turned on its head.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do. And I don't want you to hate me. I don't want either of you to hate me. I don't think I could bear it.
I'm not gonna hate you, no matter what you decide.
That's for sure.
You've suffered long enough. You need to do what makes you happy.
And if I don't know what that is,
Then don't do anything. Figure it out first. Or do the thing that benefits you the most right now. And understand that maybe there will be changes later.
sounds incredibly selfish, and like it would just hurt the both of you.
I would rather you do what it takes to make sure that you are feeling if not happy, content. My feelings get hurt a lot in my line of work, especially being who I am. If you want to be with him, then that is fine.
I don't
You don't need to make a decision right away either. Asking that is also a selfish thing of us to ask from you.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need more information. Sometimes you need to be somewhere else. You know?
More information.
Or time. But yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry, I don't understand. You seemed angry when you showed up earlier after going away for a little while. And I kind of got the impression that I would have to do something immediately. And,
that was
what if... At the risk of sounding incredibly selfish, which I am, I acknowledge that, by not making a decision or just cutting you both loose, I am incredibly selfish. What if I didn't choose right now? What if I spent time with both of you and figured out where I stand?
Irileth looks over at Brynnhilder.
Nienna looks guilty as shit, even as she, proposes it, but also vaguely hopeful.
Mm-hmm. Irileth also looks tense, like running from the room, hasn't quite left his mind during this conversation. Do you mean separately or together?
Separately, unless that's a thing that you would be into. I didn't think so, but
no, it's not.
But Siegryn implied, perhaps, and I.
Oh my God! No, seriously, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not. It's just that exact line in this building so many times. It's really sweet. It's I don't think you can quite understand how charming that is in my context. Oh man. Seriously, that was thank you.
I'll understand if it's not something you're open to. She'll look at Brynnhilder. I never anticipated being in this position, and it's not like I've had time to... Can't tell if she's dying or...
Clearly in pain. Some kind of pain.
I don't No offense, Irileth, I don't. I tried it once with Fenix, and it didn't. I don't date men.
Damn.
No offense to you. I'm sure that you are great. I've seen you in action 5 too many times.
But you were okay with number 6, right?
Number 6, you know, she was all right.
Nienna just looks awkward.
You and Phoenix, huh?
It lasted maybe 3 hours, and then it got weird because of the whole, you know, I am who I am, and he is who he is, and
So what
we
you're
don't
saying is
talk about it.
you haven't so much been with a man as you've been with a werewolf. I'm sorry, this is way off topic, but this conversation was making me super uncomfortable. So, Brynnhilder,
Yeah,
I want to hear
it
about
is.
werewolf sex.
We did not have we did not did not go that far. It was one date, and both of us got really drunk, and it only lasted 3 hours. Okay, so anyway, the love, the triangles, and she looks at the flowers and just takes another one and pops it in her mouth and just crunches.
We have established that those are not what that was for.
I know, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Cool.
Oh.
So,
I am okay with you dating the both of us, but no offense, Irileth, if that was a 3-way thing, I would probably crush you.
I'm tougher than I look, but I'm also not into you.
Yeah, and I figured you weren't. It's okay, I'm not into you either.
Yeah.
Both. But separate.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're sure? You're not going to hate each other or me?
For sure.
You sound
Yeah.
sarcastic when you say it that way.
No, it'll be totally fine.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go downstairs. No, I'm going to change my shirt. And then go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I would like everyone in the room to please give me an awareness test, and I would like Siegryn to give me a stealth test, please.
Oh no!
GM, you put this evil upon me.
I feel like I shouldn't even bother considering
I
we
wanna
have
see
a
where the
Witcher in the
dice go.
room.
Can I make a suggestion for that stealth roll? Render was still supposed to keep track of his mom. It's not out there.
Render was eating sausage.
If that sausage has been eaten, that's a wolf.
Do I get a bonus for this being my place?
I'll give you a +1.
Fuck. Oh no.
Just roll like 4 10s, you'll be fine.
I rolled a 14, so I didn't notice.
At no
But
point
Irileth
during
and
the last
Brynnhilder did.
At no point during the last 25 years has someone approached my door without my knowledge. I know what that floorboard sounds like.
Yep, there it goes. You just hear, it's like just...
I hold up a finger, giving everyone the 1 minute. I'm gonna slip over to the door,
DM, do I hear anybody coming close to the door?
Irileth, stealth check. Siegryn, awareness check.
Oh boy.
Do I get a bonus again?
Yep, it's your room. We'll give you a +2.
No, why didn't I raise? Oh god. Oh no.
Just by that much.
No.
All right. I go over to the door. And I'm going to whip it open, grab, and pull.
Oh god.
Now, here's my question. Where do you grab? Do you grab like at a normal person height? That's probably what you're more used to.
Yeah, but he did roll like a 31.
He did.
I feel like I know it's a dwarf, and I feel like once I get close to the door, I know from the smell which dwarf.
Yeah, especially given all that perfume and makeup and shit. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Siegryn.
There's a smirk as I grab like collar and back of shirt and haul Siegryn into the room.
Why, yes, GM. What would you like to tell me today?
I was just gonna say, hey, well, you're in the room now. And Render trots along afterwards after just finishing off the last of whatever you had left on your breakfast plate.
Does he plop down on top of me?
You're currently being held, so he can't, but he is sitting there wagging his tail, watching.
Morning, Siegryn.
Looks to everyone.
Nienna is wide-eyed and then looks utterly fucking betrayed.
Hello, friends.
Oh.
Excellent morning we're having, I hope.
Hasn't been boring.
Well, that's good. So, don't suppose you could put me down? Just a little. Oh, ow. She like lands on her ass.
And now you have Render laying on top of you again.
Render, get off, boy.
All right.
Quick question to Irileth. Does this room have like a changing screen to step behind?
Yeah, that's where he was when he put his knife on.
Nienna is gonna disappear behind the changing screen and get out of the cloak and your shirt and into her shirt, which is, wet, but at least it fits.
So how did it go? Did it go all right?
Who are you asking?
Literally anyone. I don't think she can even see anyone past the wolf fluff that is burying her face.
That is correct.
Irileth looks at Brynnhilder, awaiting her answer.
It went. And then she'll look at Irileth, and then kind of the changing screen. It went fine.
Siegryn will kind of like wiggle from underneath Render, but like only get like her top hat out from underneath him, just kind of like still pinned down. That's good. It sounds like we've made some excellent progress.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while you all have this discussion, she'll kind of send Siegryn the slightest of glares.
She just grins a little.
I need to go to the keep. I need clean clothes, and I need to repay the Lord for his horses, and get permission to utilize his summer home.
Summer home. We taking a vacation?
We're moving the children.
Defensible?
Yes, very. And not somewhere Isilgir has been, nor somewhere his employees are likely to find.
Hmm.
And I
Irileth
may
will come
be
up-
able to get him to part with a contingent of guards. So,
All right.
Would you like a ride?
Nienna will blink.
I've got a horse we can lead the other horses back with.
Oh, out of character, didn't we leave our horses on the
Yep.
edge of the swamp?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why I said I had to go pay him back for the horses, because we left them all behind.
Mhm.
I mean, if you've got a horse, you got your own horse, or
Yeah, I've got my own horse.
well, hey, maybe you can go get him. Save the Lord if you find steeds. Wouldn't take that long, right? On your own?
Well, it took us 2 days to get there,
Yeah, but there were 5 of us. And
and
a
that
cart.
was yesterday. What are the chances they're still going to be there?
Shrugs.
Would you like a ride to the Lord's castle?
Sure. Probably none of us should be alone right now anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question.
Irileth will offer a hand to pull Siegryn out from under Render.
She takes it and slowly, gets wrenched out. You hear a little... Oh, that was my spine. All right. Oh. What happened with those flowers? And she just points to the mangled mass of, petals and stems.
Well, until a few minutes ago, I was told that Renda had taken bites out of them, but now I'm relatively certain someone else is the culprit.
Render looks up and looks over at Brynnhilder and somehow looks betrayed.
Siegryn will follow the gaze and just give her the most bewildered, what? Why would you do that?
Brynnhilder, we should go.
Yeah, we should get out of here. How dare you, Siegryn, listen in on a personal conversation that you had nothing to do with, and she's slowly backing out to avoid answering the flower question.
Oh, yes, harder. Anyways.
Jesus. I'm assuming this isn't something we have to role play out, so we could just go check in with the Lord, slip him a note saying this is what's going on, we need your house.
Correct. There is one thing that is of interest to the both of you, though, when you head over to the estate.
Okay.
When you get to the outside gate, you see that the guards are all in a bit of a tizzy. And they're all pointing spears and a few pointing blades at a bunch of familiar-looking horses whose reins are being held by a large rock troll that looks very familiar.
Oh dear.
I brought back the horses for the witchy friend.
Oh, fuck.
You asshole. Oh my god.
Ah.
That poor man.
Begin.
Oh my god.
What are you doing here?
Pretty lady. Brought back the horses for the witchy. Y'all left the horses at the swamp.
You are right, my friend. I am so happy you brought our horses back. It is good to see you.
And to see witchy friend.
Biggin,
Yes, pretty lady.
how did you know we'd be here?
Well, boss told me that pretty lady was at the city. Said that pretty lady was to be protected like the little ones. When the little ones were gone, Big Un thought, well, can't protect the little ones no more. They're not at the cave, so go protect the pretty lady.
So the boss didn't tell you to come here?
Nah, boss hasn't talked to Big Un in a while.
Oh,
And he looks like he tries to count on his fingers, which there are only 4 fingers on each hand. He's like, 1. What comes after that?
Oh dear, I see.
Mhm.
All right. Brynnhilder, why don't you and Biggin take the horses to the stable to be looked after? I'm going to go take care of that thing we talked about. And then I'll come out and see you once I know what the plan is.
Yeah. Well, that fixes the payment problem.
It does. This will save me a pretty penny. Pretty sure it was going to eat up most of my stipend for the next few months. And she'll kind of smooth her bloody and wet shirt and look at the guards. Don't attack the rock troll. He's fine. He's harmless. As long as he's with one of us, everything will be fine.
Are you sure, Lady Nienna? I mean, have you seen the size of him?
He is fine.
Okay, and they all just immediately start putting their weapons away. They know better than to argue with Brynnhilder.
Okay. I will head inside. As I'm going, I have a quill out and I am busily scratching out the parts of it that are no longer actionable because the horses are bad.
Alrighty. You head on inside, and you do get permission to use the Lord's summer home. You checked in on the Lord's son. He looks to be doing much, much better. He's still in bed, but that's just because the Lord Einar wanted him to continue to rest, just to make sure that the last of the hex was leaving. So he looks like he'll be up and ready in no time.
Can I use telepathy when I check in on him just to kind of make it clear that he needs to let go what he was looking into?
Absolutely. Give me the roll.
Okay. I don't want it to come across as a threat. I just want him to not get himself cursed again. 21.
Okay. With a 21, you are very easily able to make that connection. And when he looks over to you, he looks, his brows furrow for a moment. You've known the Lord's son for a little while. He is one who is very interested in like the stories of old, of like heroes going to like find great conspiracies and bring them down. But he also realizes that he's a kid. And
I will assure him that it is being handled by professionals.
And with that, he will give you a very slight nod.
He'll get a little pat to his hand. And then I'll go change my clothes and go meet Brynnhilder.
And Brynnhilder, you have been getting regaled with the talks about how Biggin had to walk so long through the night and had to stop several times because some of the horses didn't want to continue to follow a rock troll. But he just would keep pulling them along until they came along anyway.
Oh, I love him.
You are a good man, Biggin.
So's I've been told.
And he gets the ever so rare Brynnhilder smile. And
he's horrified. No, I'm just kidding.
As he should be. Good. And just a very, very light tap on the, just very light pat on the shoulder.
It's like patting the side of a cliff.
Actually, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, am I aware of if rock trolls eat, and if they do, what they eat?
With the way that you were rolling before for understanding knowledge about rock trolls, you know that they do in fact eat. They'll generally eat whatever, but they really like to eat meat.
In
fact, you're kind of shocked that during the night he didn't get hungry and just eat one of the horses.
Yeah. I'll just reach into my bag and pull out some strips of like dried meat and everything, and then offer them up to him.
Oh, thanks, witchy. And he just like takes the every strip that you offer him and in his big hand and just like shoves them in his face and chews on them all at once.
You did good. You need to eat.
Bacon did good.
And not a single horse was harmed.
No, don't like to hurt the horsies.
And then she'll just spend the rest of the time that she's waiting on Nienna, just like teaching Bigum how to like feed the horses and and just like teaching him how to like pet them and like take care of them.
Hold on, I need to make a roll for Biggin.
Oh, let's go.
You've got to be kidding me.
I don't know what he rolled.
Okay. So with a grand total of 18 with his intelligence of 1, he is picking up fairly quickly on how to take care of the horses, including with more care and more slow, gentle caresses than you've ever seen from any other rock troll. Taking a brush, which is again comically small in his gigantic stony mitt, and then just like gently bring it across the hide of the horse. He's like brushy.
You are doing very, very good. And yeah, that's what Nienna will eventually come back to, is just Brynnhilder teaching a rock troll how to take care of a horse.
So Nienna, yeah, you're did you have anything else you wanted to do in the estate before you came out to see that?
I did, yeah. I, after talking to the Lord, would have gone up to my own chambers. And after changing, I'm gonna cast the spell.
That one very important spell.
Mm-hmm.
Make the roll for me, please.
Ah, 34.
All right. It goes off without a hitch. You don't have the token, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But with your intense focus and your more recent studies in the field, it comes a little more naturally to you. And you are once again sitting by the hearth in Dol Blathana. And you are sat beside Isilgr.
Good morning.
Good morning.
suppose by now you've heard.
I have. I'm so proud of you for what you're doing, my love.
But thwarting you.
You are sticking to your beliefs and you are showing, one, great conviction, and two, great magical prowess in doing so. You have brought others to you not because you pay them, but because they want to help you. I love to see those I have taught thrive.
Nice. Like insight check?
Let's give it a human perception.
Yeah, insight's not a thing of this. You know what I mean. I'm not great at this. Do I get any mods because I know him? Well, no, I don't know him because he lied to me for fucking years. So
let's go with a +2 because you think you know a decent bit, but then there's also that paranoia that he's lied to you.
24.
You look at him, and even with thinking about the fact that he's been lying to you for so long, that he has shown himself to have a side that you had not seen before, and it is so repulsive to you. You think that he's telling the truth, but it's not the full truth. You get a lingering sense that he is also he also has sorrow within him. He is proud to see a student of his doing so well, because it's the pride of a teacher seeing the student working towards surpassing him. But it's also, my student is doing so while working against me.
You have to call them off. All of them.
I can't, Nienna.
If you don't, they'll come for you.
I know.
And I'd be with them. And I can't do this to me.
He looks to you, and you can tell there is an intense pain in his eyes, more than you've seen with anything than you've seen him deal with. You've seen him look at cities where they have done cleansing of the elven districts. You've seen him watch large sites of power being overrun by humans and being destroyed. And you've never seen him look as much pained and sorrowful as he does now. I can't stop, Nienna. I can't.
You know, one of them came for me.
What?
One of your pet witches showed up at an inn that we were at, armed to the teeth with elixirs that are specifically suited to bolster one's magical defenses. Not something they'd need against anyone else.
Which one was it?
I don't know. I never saw him. One of my companions killed him.
Then you're unharmed.
Unharmed is a funny word. Physically, yes, I'm fine. She'll kind of put a hand to the side that was all bloodied yesterday.
What? You have to be careful with your casting, Nienna.
I shouldn't have had to cast that spell anytime soon.
No, you shouldn't have.
We're both having to do things we apparently don't like to do, aren't we?
You have no idea.
You have to stop. You have to call it off.
I can't, Nienna.
If you don't, you're going to put me in a position where I'm the one who has to kill you.
I know.
And she'll kind of shake her head a little bit. Nothing could hurt me more than that.
I know. Nienna, I need you to listen to me. I truly need you.
My entire life, and you were lying to me the whole time? You want me to listen more?
I need you to understand. There are things at play here beyond what I can control, beyond what I can fight against. I just have to do what I can. You yourself know of a prophecy.
I do. I'd never take the sort of steps that you're taking.
I have learned of one in conjunction with it. You remember what I spoke to you about how our kind came to be here, how the monsters came to be here?
I do.
It is not the only event of such massive planetary destruction and change.
And do you think these children are the key to what? Preventing it? Surviving it?
Surviving it. Following the one who will stand against it and aiding them in making sure that the continent does not fracture physically because of it.
Well, I'm going to fight you every step of the way. I don't want to, but if you won't stop, then I can't stop either.
I know.
And it injures me to know that at the end of this, one of us is going to die.
I wish things could be different, Nienna.
So do I.
But wishes tend to bite us.
Go. I'd hoped I could talk you out of it. I don't know why I thought I could. Suspect the next time we speak, it'll be in person. And very much much less pleasantly than this.
I wish you the very best, Nienna.
And she's not going to say anything. She's just going to cut the connection.
Give me an awareness test, please.
Oh dear. Okay. That's not worrying. Oh, awareness. I literally, there it is. I was just like, I just clicked this. 19?
As you are cutting the connection, fading out, there was one thing that didn't really even register to you, is that he has a large mirror that stands by the hearth that he would just enjoy spending time with you, standing with you, and seeing your reflection. And as you look into it, you see your reflection, but you see another figure. A gaunt figure with skin like death, like a corpse, bald, in messy, patchy yellow robes, with eyes like a serpent, and a smile that could only be described as torturously cruel as you fade away. This is not a figure that you've ever seen before. It is not a figure that you've ever seen in Dol Blathana.
Does it... I mean, if it looks like death and has those weird eyes, could I try to tell what that person is?
Yes. One moment while I check the skills.
Maybe mage training?
Let's go with mage training. It will just be flat. You will not get any bonuses to this because this is not something you've ever personally experienced. This is going off of just all the times you've spent in the library studying old theories and old stories, even.
Okay. I want to burn... Well, no, I'm just gonna... Could I burn 2 luck points and reroll?
You could burn 2 luck points and reroll. As a reminder, you can also spend your luck points after the roll to just add 1 per luck point to the result.
Oh. Don't suppose you want to tell me what the DC is?
I don't. It's up to you.
Of course not. I will burn... You know what? This seems really important. I'm going to burn 6, which puts me at 25.
Okay. You burn that much luck. You focus that much on decades spent in libraries and on the road learning stories and training and everything that you've done in all of your studies. You know some of the old stories about various types of monsters, about various demons and the like. Not to the extent that a Witcher does, but it's come up in your magical training. Knowledge about how to defend against them, because a lot of mages tend to also draw the ire of beings from a plane outside of the physical. You remember a story. A series of what seemed to be disconnected stories that you might have posited once that had some similar connection because of just of like themes that all came to mind, and it was all about wishes. You thought that maybe at one point it was because it was the work of a djinn, because they tend to grant wishes, though twisted ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then you came across a name, or rather a title. It was not the name of a djinn, but it was a title called the Man of Mirrors. And from what little you've seen of this individual, some stories say that he gives people exactly what they want to their own detriment, and others say that he is just the embodiment of evil.
Okay. I, out of a sense of extreme paranoia, am going to pull out my hand mirror and sort of use it to look like behind me and around me, just to be sure.
And the moment that you pull it out, you look in it and you see yourself. And as you look to the doorway, you see that same figure. Less looking like death, looking more hale and hearty, but in the same robes and with a much more easy smile that definitely comes off as arrogant and less cruel, but more like aloof. And he is standing against the doorway.
So I'm not going to move the mirror. I'm going to keep it angled exactly the way it is. I'm just going to look back over my shoulder. I can't see him, right?
Hello, Nienna. He's there physically.
I immediately recoil a little bit, and there's flame licking at my fingertips.
That's very presumptuous, isn't it?
I want none of your gifts. None of your promises.
Well, that's good because I come bringing you none.
Why are you here?
To give you a suggestion. Stop.
Stop what?
Everything that you're doing to protect the children against something they have no real danger against. Your teacher has no inclination of harming them. They are not going to become witchers. They are not going to become a sacrifice or anything like that. Very blunt and cruel, unnecessarily so. They have a purpose. I have shown your master that purpose.
Everything you say is tinged with ill intent and lies.
Now, I will not have my good word besmirched. I may have perhaps not the purest intent in mind, especially within your own odd morality, but I never lie. And you can feel pressure. It feels like the magic of the air itself is not being drained away. It feels like it's being killed around you. And then it stops.
Go back to where you came from.
Well, you see, I would love to, except when the conjunction of the spheres happened, I got stuck here. Much as every Chort and Haim and Demon and Necker and Godling. If you think that I wanted to, you think I wanted to go home, you think I could? A being such as myself? If I wanted to go home and I had the ability to, you would not hear about the story of the man in the mirror, the master of mirrors, of Gaunter O'Dim. But here I am, and here we are.
I'm not going to stop.
And that is your prerogative.
I won't let him build you an army.
Me an army? Again, so presumptuous.
leave.
Very well. I shall go.
Why?
Why what?
Him?
Why him? Oh, you mean your master? Well, it wasn't my choice. He called me.
What? He wouldn't.
Oh, but he would, and he did. You see, he had been visiting a series of pellars who saw that there was dark times ahead for someone he cared about, something he cared about. And so he wanted to find the right way to put an end to their predictions, because that's what pillars do. They predict. They don't tell what will happen, they tell what might. And so he wanted to scour the world for some manner of strip of truth, for some spell, or for some prophecy. He wanted to know what would happen, and I gave it to him. And I took what I needed from him.
What did you take?
Well, I'm not sure I should discuss the ins and outs of the contract with you. Nienna, give me a charisma roll.
Okay. Oh, 30? 2 tens. 2 tens exploded on that.
Oh, but it's so much more fun when everyone can see the cards. He asked to know what would happen and how he could stop it. I let him know what would happen. And I prevented him from being able to stop himself from acting. I told him what he would have to do and told him that he had to do it. The moment he stops, the moment his soul is mine, as per the contract. It's all right here, and he waves his hand, and out with a gout of flame comes a parchment that looks quite long, about as tall as he is, and written in all manner of ancient scripts. Some are words of elder speech used nowadays. Others you would have to take time to decipher.
What can I read?
You can generally read the name of your teacher of Isilgir. You can read your name. And there is what looks to be another name that looks to be shifting constantly. It looks like the words are shifting from a female name, a male name, a name that could go either way. It's just constantly shifting on the page.
Why is my name on there?
Because you are the thing he was trying to protect. The beautiful thing is he didn't give a fuck about the continent. He only cared about you.
Go. Just go.
As you wish. And he just waves his hand again, and he will move to just literally just walk out the door, just opening the door, and he will turn around and say, "It was interesting meeting you, Nienna. Best of luck." And he will close the door behind him as he leaves.
I'm gonna rush to the door and look out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Of course he is. Fucking asshole. I guess when I get back outside to Brynnhilder and Biggin, there are tears running down my cheeks.
Brynnhilder, you see a very cry-y Nienna.
Cry.
All right, time to flex that one point of empathy.
You can do it.
All right. The moment that she
blow it.
The moment that she hears Nienna crying, she instantly freezes up, reaches for her sword, and turns back and sees that nobody's there but her. Keep rushing the horses. And she's just gonna run to Nienna, and without even thinking about it, she's just gonna wrap her up in a hug.
Nienna's just gonna break down sobbing. My fault. It's all my fucking fault.
What happened?
That stupid bastard made a deal. But there's nothing I can do about it. And it's my fault.
Hey. She'll reach into her pocket and pull out like a small handkerchief and just start dabbing the tears away from Nienna's eyes. It's not your fault. You did nothing.
It is. He's doing all of it to protect me. And now he's locked in a contract and he can't stop. And no matter what we do,
him locking himself into a contract is a calculated risk that he took.
to protect me, not everything else. When he talked about the conjunction, I assumed. I thought certainly this was about something bigger. But it wasn't. It was about me. And now that thing has him bound in a contract, and if we kill him, his soul ends up with him.
What thing?
Have you ever heard about the Man of Mirrors?
That is a good question. Have I ever heard of the Man in... not the Man in the Mirror, that is a Michael Jackson song.
It's a little bit different.
The Man of Mirrors. Have I ever heard of this?
Witcher training.
Fine and upstanding gentleman.
Let's see what Witcher training says.
Okay. $22.
I will let you know the DC is 25. If you would like to spend luck points to increase it, I will let you.
Yeah, I'll spend 3 to increase it.
Okay.
He gets to know what the DC is, I see.
Well, it's a bit more specific because this thing is a creature. It's something a Witcher would probably know about.
I get it. I'm just giving you shit.
How dare you? Anyway.
Brynnhilder's got the hot girl shit, sorry.
To quote Latte, I am the Dead Sea. The salt is all I know.
Perfect. Brynnhilder, you've heard stories about a being called the Man of Mirrors, also known as the Master of Mirrors or the Mirror Merchant. There have been other names that he's gone by, but those titles are the more common. You're not even sure it's a he. It could just be an it, because it seems almost more like a otherworldly force, an embodiment of desire almost. You have not heard stories of him being super active recently. There have been no tales about an odd mirror merchant. But you have heard a tale that one of the more famous of your kind, the Butcher of Blaviken, Geralt of Rivia, had a run-in with the Master of Mirrors about 20 years ago. You had heard that because Geralt of Rivia was ostensibly still kicking, that he had somehow defeated and banished the Master of Mirrors. But even you've heard word of mouth that Geralt himself denied that he could ever be sure that he even won. He just knows that he's still alive. And you know, much as Nienna does, that it is a being akin to a djinn. But whereas a djinn can be a little tricky, you know that from every tale that involves the Master of Mirrors, everyone that has ever had a contract done with the Master of Mirrors has wound up dead or worse.
I see. I know of someone who might be able to get us some information on how to deal with this thing, this problem.
Well, until then, I'll just avoid mirrors. Because he was in my room.
We're gonna have to go on a little trip.
We need to get back. We need to move them.
Let's get them.
He didn't send the Vatgren that came for me. He sounded angry when he found out.
That means the man of mirrors did this.
Possibly, yes. Or one of the Vatgren decided to act on his own without an order or a contract, because me being out of the picture would have made that entire effort much more difficult for the rest of you. So I'm inclined to agree.
He's just going to lift Nienna up in her arms and, like, bridle carry her to the horse.
And as you get closer to the horse, you just hear, brushy, brushy, brushy the horsey, brushy, brushy, brushy the horsey. And, like, that's the best tune that Biggin could come up with.
Yep.
I love Biggin.
Brynnhilder makes a mental note as to get him a job as a stable hand to get him out of that situation. You keep brushing and feeding those horses. You're doing an upstanding job. Fantastic.
Thank you, witchy.
And she'll gently put Nienna on the horse, and climb on top of it herself. Do know that you are not at fault. I know that it might seem like that you are, but
That he was proud of me.
then congratulations, he's finally gotten something right. And she'll lean in and she'll just kiss the top of Nienna's head.
Nienna will just lean against her. Still crying, but quiet.
And they will ride back to the brothel.
Okay.
Can I assume that when we get there, everybody is in the main room?
Yes, unless others are elsewhere. I assume that Fenix went and dropped off the toys, so that way the children would be focused on that and not want to deal with the big puppy again.
Sure.
Yeah, you're all back in the main room.
When we get there, Nienna's going to walk in, clearly having been crying, but she will be together-ish by the time she gets there. And she'll kind of walk in and sit down at the table that the others are at. What do you all know about the conjunction of spheres?
It's the reason I exist, for one.
Oh,
You and
mine
I
is
both.
something different.
What?
Well, as I understand it, it's how the monsters got here, yes?
It's how most of us got here. Elves, monsters, magic. None of this came from this world. And I don't know how. But those children are tied to it somehow, and are the key somehow to surviving it.
So we're taking them somewhere else. Did you get permission?
I did. Permission, and I believe a contingent of guards is on its way there already. Or will be soon.
I can call in some mercenaries as well if we need help. Extra hands, extra eyes, extra swords.
For the foreseeable future, everyone should remove any mirrors in their immediate vicinity. None in your personal rooms, none on your person.
Bit of an odd request. Why?
Because there's a being who can use them to travel and to speak to people and see things that we don't want them to see. And as it turns out, he's behind all of this. Siegryn's just a tool.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
What?
There are beings that exist in/from another world. And there's one who is associated with mirrors, seems to use them to travel, to communicate. He was in my room at the keep.
Irileth stands up. He was in your room.
He was.
Are you okay?
Yes. I mean, no, but physically I'm fine.
Did you guys fight him?
No. You don't fight someone like that. You banish him at best.
So we don't even know if he can be killed or not.
Oh, I have a question. Is there a mirror in the pine room?
There is not.
Okay, thank you.
I couldn't have fought him if I tried. He felt like he was pulling all of the magic out of the air around me. It hurt. Physically hurt.
And
He showed me the contract.
What contract?
The one that says that he gets a Siegryn's soul when this is over.
Well, I think that does it then. I'm going to have to reach out to an old contact of mine.
As am I. There is one of my kind who has dealt with him in particular in the past, and he's still
Even know
around.
where to find him.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of pinpointing and a lot of favor asking. But he's our only chance of figuring out how we can possibly deal with them.
Well, perhaps your Witcher can talk to mine. I happen to have one on a favor retainer, as a matter of fact.
Hang on. Yeah.
GM, who
Yes.
do I have on favor?
You have a Witcher of the Bear School. He only goes by the name Faud, F-A-O-D. He is from Skellige. But you also know that he likes to hang around in the provinces nearby, trying to just generally live a normal life.
His name is Faud, and well, he's from Skellige. I think he's still bouncing around in the nearby provinces, trying to lay low for the most part, but shouldn't be hard to get that favor cashed in, though.
All right.
Either way, before we start making any big in-depth plans, we need to move the children. It's not safe for them here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you'll be very happy to know, Irileth. I know that you were so very concerned about the safety of the horses. They were already at the castle when we had arrived.
Yes. Certainly that was the smallest bit of news, which is odd, considering how big he is.
Wait, what?
Biggin was at the keep gates with the horses when we got there.
The rock troll?
Mhm.
Yes. Apparently, Siegryn told him at some point that I was to be protected, and so when he got into the cave and realized that all of the children were gone, he came to find me.
I'm surprised he managed to get all the way here.
Walked all night, I suspect.
Well, he's supposed to protect you.
That's what Siegryn told him. Well, he was supposed to protect the children, and when the children were
Perfect.
gone,
Bring
and
him
he had
along.
no... I don't know that that's a good
No,
idea.
I'm serious. His orders are to protect the kids and protect you. He can do that both ways
But if it's
by being
if-
with us at this keep.
But if Siegryn and what does he call him? Gilly? Show up, his orders might change.
Yeah,
And
but
he
if
might
anyone else
accept them.
shows up, we've got a rock troll.
I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. It's not that I don't trust Biggin, it's that I know how dumb Biggin is. So.
All right.
And with that, we are going to bid you all adieu for the evening.